Hello everybody. Happy Monday. I hope everyone had a good weekend. I feel like our weekend was so jam-packed with so much that we're like, heads are spinning. Sorry. But I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys the shopping link here in the comments. So this is where you can find the bundle I'm going to be sharing about. And I also have it saved in the caption and all of that. So make sure to check that out. But I'm super excited. So with the new week is the new bundle. So like I had told you guys before, Unique does a Black Friday or a Cyber Monday or a holiday hoobity-wuddy special that we do, but ours is all month long. So we do 10 total bundles, and if you buy 8 of the 10 bundles, you can get a free gift. It's this vibrating, what's the tool called? It's really good for collagen and helping your lymphatic drainage. I can't say any of these words. It's not enough coffee. All right, so yeah, so super exciting. So the second bundle launched today. Oh, awesome. Hi, Amanda. So yeah, the second bundle launched today, and I am super excited for this bundle. In my opinion, this is like the biggest savings of all 10 that you're going to see, and it's only $50. So the bundle is any foundation. So Julie, whether you got the foundation that you wanted to try before, you can go back and get the BB cream, you can get the stick, you can get the, I believe the pressed powder is an option. Correct me if I'm wrong. So you get any option of foundation. So you get your foundation and you get any concealer, which they launched 6 new concealer shades. So definitely check that out. Or your foundation brush. So you get either or, and then you can do the upgraded bundle to get your mattifying face primer. So you get your foundation, your primer, concealer, or your foundation brush. And the first bundle is $50. And then you can upgrade for the other one. So such a good savings, and I believe the shipping threshold has been lowered as well to $70. So now's the perfect time to snag your foundation, and I'm super excited that all the foundation options are a choice. So whether you're like Julian who just ordered your foundation, you can get this bundle and get another product like the stick, the spray, the BB cream, the pressed powder, any of the other brushes. Yes, this is the Kabuki brush. So this, let's talk brushes for a second. Do you guys want to? I feel like brushes are very under talked about, and they're the most important thing in makeup. So, sorry, I feel like I have to clear my throat. Thank you. Cool. So, brushes. Kabuki brush, that's what this guy is. This is good for your Serum Plus foundation, or your spray. I guess I don't need to pick them all up to show you. Or your stick. So this brush is good for these 3, okay? Now, let's get another brush. The Tapered blusher brush, this guy, is good for your bronzer. The setting powder brush, which is this one, is good for your blush, or your bronzer, or your highlight. Okay, so the setting powder brush is good for these 3, plus, don't drop anything, plus your setting powder, okay? And then the powder concealer brush is good for your old liquid foundation if you still have that, and it's okay for your Serum Plus foundation. You also can, I've seen people use this for your pressed powder, picked up the wrong one, or your setting powder. I always recommend the sponges no matter what. So sponges, to me, it's not like, should I use this? It's yes, you need to use this. So I recommend to always make sure that you're using your blending bud after you go in with your brush. So Kathy, I always say both. How to mix the lighter BB cream with it? Can I still mix BB cream with the new foundation? Yes, you can, Candy. Yes. you can still mix it. And if the color that you got isn't like a perfect match, which it doesn't sound like it is, but just message me and I can recolor match you to see if there's a better color for you. Okay, perfect. I'll try to go into depth about brushes while we go. So on my skin right now, I have on my Mattifying face primer, which is in the holiday bundle too, and I have my setting spray. So I always do the same pre-makeup routine and I swear by it. So you're gonna do your setting spray all over, then you wanna apply about a dime size amount of your Mattifying face primer. Apply this all over and let it sit on your skin for like 3 to 5 minutes. Do the upgraded bundle. You will not regret it. You have the choice of the Mattifying face primer or the hydrating face primer or the glorious face primer. Mattifying is good for oily skin and normal skin, large pores and a lot of fine lines. Hydrating face primer is good for those who have dry skin. And the glorious face primer, to me, not my favorite primer. Be totally truthful on that. It's not my favorite. It doesn't really have that many great benefits to your skin of using it as opposed to the other 2 primers. So I would go mattifying or hydrating. My own personal opinion, but that's my truth and I'm sticking to it. Camlet. Good question. I would say, let me find a swatch of Camlet so I'm not steering you wrong. Message me, Julie, and let me double check on that. The new foundation is a Serum Plus foundation, and they launched 6 new concealer shades today. I believe they're all the darker shades, but could be wrong. I don't think I'm wrong on that. Okay, so now that I have my setting spray and primer on, now let's go in with our Serum Plus foundation. So I'm going to use it in the shade Eyelet. You want to make sure you shake up your Serum Plus foundation. It's going to be really, really important that you shake it up. All right, so now going in with this to apply. Just like so. You're a bit of spinning. Had a bit of spinning. That's awesome. One shade lighter than Eyelet would be the shade Lace. All right, so now I'm using the Kabuki brush, which, like I said, in this bundle, you get your choice of concealer or facial brush, and then you can do the upgraded special to get the primer. So this was kind of, I did more coverage with less drops. So this was about 3-ish drops, and I'm able to cover almost my entire face. Pretty much is. I could use whatever's left in my brush. And when you're doing it this way, you want to kind of press down just like this. Just bounce it off. Just like that. I'm using the shade Eyelet in the foundation. Okay, so that was a Serum Plus foundation. That was like one little coat of that. I do, like I said, recommend to go over with your blending bud. So what I like to do is go in like so and drop a little bit on the highest parts of my cheeks just in case it does that. And then go in with my damp blending bud. So this is going to be a really important step no matter what foundation that you get, because this is compressing the makeup down in a place, and it also is going to give you really smooth full coverage. So I do recommend that you make sure that you're using these blending buds. I'll go ahead and give you guys the direct link to these in the comments because they're a little tricky to find, but they're going to be under the more tool section where the lash curler is. And now we're going to just make sure all this is super soft and really blended. But this foundation is hands down the best foundation you guys will ever use, I assure you. It has a 12-hour hold, is really dang transfer resistant. I've been loving your guys' reviews. I've had a couple of you guys who are nurses and doctors message me and be like, oh look, I had to wear a mask for a 12-hour shift and it barely came off at all. And that is like testament to how amazing this is. So this is. So now we're going to go with our concealer. And I'm using it in the shade Organza. And then I'm going to do like a little upside down triangle with this. Now you could do this a couple different ways. So you can do it like I am with the upside down triangle, or you could do a little dot here and a little dot on the outside. Then take your blending bud and then you're going to blend this in. This blending bud is damp, so make sure to apply like this. And then you're just going to blend this in and compress this down. And this is going to be my favorite concealer, and this also comes in the holiday special. So if you're like, okay, I want the concealer on sale and I want to foundation brush to use with my foundation, get 2 of them. You are not capped on how many specials that you get. So if you are shopping for somebody and you want to get them the foundation, you can send me a picture of them. It doesn't have to be without makeup. It can be a picture that you have of them already. So just send me a selfie or a photo and I can color match you or your daughter, your sister, your mom, whoever, and give you a full recommendation on what shades they are, so that way you can still get the bundle. These make for the best presents. Like, how cute of a little basket would that be with your foundation and concealer and primer and all the good things. And if you already know what color you are, now's the time to make sure that you get more. That this is the time to stock up on your shades, because they're not going to make this on sale anytime soon. So now we have our foundation on, we have our concealer, and now we're going to set. Yes, in my opinion, the Serum Plus foundation is hands down the best foundation. It feels like nothing on, yes, Marissa, nothing is on your skin. Feels like it's the lightest weight foundation. It's not only super lightweight, really transfer proof and water resistant, but it also has these extremely hydrating ingredients for your skin. I mean, look how soft my skin looks. And this is like 0 setting. Isn't that amazing? And it's not creasing up everywhere as I haven't set it. Doesn't feel like anything. Lasts for forever while you're wearing it. Doesn't accentuate my fine lines, creases, or pores. So good. 1 shade lighter than Velour would be the shade Lace. All right, so I am going to set it because I have naturally oily skin. I'm going to use a blending bud. I'm going to spritz with my setting spray. And now I'm going to take my Touch Behold translucent setting powder. And we're going to grab some of this on there and pop this on, which if you guys have been keeping up with our home remodel, I actually have I went over there this morning and showed you guys what's beginning to happen. So exciting. So if you want to be a part, if you're like, I love some good HD TV in real life, head over to my Instagram, which is Rhea Hope, and then make sure you always watch the Instagram stories. Everything's about to begin, so I'm taking you guys along for the whole remodel journey. So feel free to turn on notifications on my Instagram, which again, my name there is Rhea Hope. You don't have to set if you have dry skin. So if you have dry skin, Stephanie, you can skip this step and go straight with your pressed powder, but I do recommend to always make sure that you're setting your foundation. All right, so now we're gonna go in with a fan brush. That's what this one is called, a fan brush. And we're going to sweep away any of the excess. This brush is good for sweeping away your setting powder because it's really soft and flexible, so it's not going to move around my foundation. This is also really good for highlight. So if you're using this for highlight, you would take your highlight and you would take your fan brush and you would sweep like this straight across, and then you would sweep right on the highest parts of your cheekbone. So that's how that's how you would use this for highlighting. Okay, so far we've used our I can't speak today. So far, I have used my Kabuki brush for foundation. We did our blending buds for foundation and concealer. And then we did our fan brush for setting powder. So that's what we've used so far. So I'm trying to highlight our brush talks here. So, because I know it can be a little confusing on what you should be using. So now I'm going to go in with a non-unique brush. This one, I will give you guys the links in the comments. And we're going to go straight with our pressed powder. So this is what you'd want to do if you have dry skin or if you don't want to set with a setting powder. I do recommend to everyone to make sure that you're using a pressed powder to set your makeup, because not only does it set the makeup, making it hold in place all day long and look phenomenal, but it also changes the color ever so slightly. So say you're using a foundation that doesn't look like it matches perfectly. Say it looks a little too light. You can go 1 shade up in your pressed powder to even out that coverage. Say your foundation is looking a little dark, you can go down on 1 shade of your pressed powder to equal out to that skin tone. Jacquard would be the shade Taffeta. All right, so now we're going in with this and we're just using a bouncing motion, and this is going to set everywhere, even out our coverage, and again, help to hold in any moisture or oiliness or anything like that. So just makes our skin look so buttery soft. And the pressed powder, I always say this, I feel like I am such a repeater, but this is so good, you guys. This has shea butter and vitamin E infused in it, so it's not drying or cakey or powdery at all. Now I have makeup all over my pants. My pants. what shade foundation pressed powder are you using? I wore the shade Eyelet in my foundation, and then I wore the shade the shade Organza in my concealer, and then I wore the shade Taffeta in the pressed powder. So Eyelet, Organza, Taffeta is what I've used so far. All right, so now for our contour highlight, we're gonna do the Beachfront bronzer and the Tapered blusher brush. If you haven't gotten this brush yet, highly recommend. And if you're just now tuning in, this week's deal is any foundation, any concealer or facial brush and primer you can add on for this week only. They also added 6 new concealer shades, and all of that is available on my website, rheahope.com. Shop beauty, and then you'll see that deal under the holiday bundle. Now, every week-ish, we're going to have a new deal. So make sure that you have your notifications turned on here and on Instagram, because I will be announcing what those deals are here on Facebook. Yes, I do believe we have a brush cleaner. I think it's under the More Tools section on my website. I personally use a laundry detergent bar called Zote, Z-O-T-E, to clean mine. Okay, so now for blush, we're going to do the shade Sisterly. This is such a good add-on. This is one of my favorite colors because it has a really pretty sheen to it without being overly blush-like. It doesn't make you feel like you just put on a ton of a color. It's very illuminating to the skin, and it's just really, really flattering on. And we're using the setting powder brush. What shade lighter than Taffeta in the spray? In the spray, I would do Velour is one shade lighter in the spray. But like I said, if you guys need any help picking out your products, just comment color match down below. So if you haven't tried this foundation yet, make sure that you comment color match ASAP so I can message you. And if you have commented and you still didn't see a message, then go ahead and reach out to me, because my message to you might be stuck in our spam folder. So message me here on Facebook. And how to do so is you just click on my name, and then you're going to see, click on my face. You're going to see a name, Rhea Hope. Click there and you can message me there. Ah, thanks, Marissa. Perfect. The bundle this month is any foundation, any concealer or facial brush and primer. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and do our brows. Are you moving, or is it going on at your house? You just hit. We are going to be moving in a couple months after our house is done. Yay, I see some color matches. I will be reaching out to you guys to give you a full recommendation. All I need from you when you comment color match, be prepared to send me a selfie facing a window. And if you don't want to comment color match and you just want to message me to get ahead of the line, just feel free to reach out to me today. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on my face right now. A description window is going to come down. You're going to go to my Facebook page, which is called Rhea Hope. And then you can message me there on Rhea Hope. You can also feel free to reach out to me on my website, which is rheahope.com, however you want to reach out. Yes, our Black Friday deals have started. They actually started last week. Last week's deal was on the lip stains and the 4D mascara. You got a lip stain that was limited edition, so if you didn't get that color, sorry, because they were limited time. And then this week's deal is on foundation, concealer, and primer. So, like I had said, especially if you missed last week's bundle, don't miss out on this week's. I'm sure everyone learned their lesson. There's been a few people I saw message me this morning. They're like, I wanted to get that lip stain. I'm like, sorry, there's literally nothing I can do. So make sure to grab the bundle before it's gone. So foundation, concealer, primer, foundation brush. So good. Perfect, Jen. I will be messaging you. I'm going to write back to all of my messages today. I caught up last night. So we are good to go on that. So make sure to message me and send me that selfie. The only thing that won't work with a selfie is if there's a filter on it. So no filters. So for the foundation, concealer, or foundation and foundation brush, it's only $50. Which, you guys, the spray foundation is normally $42. So you're getting a killer deal. Plus you can do the upgrade to include the primer. So you get a ton of products. Okay, so I just threw on my eyeliner. That was in the shade Perfect. And for eyes today, I'm going real soft and simple. It's Monday. And daylight savings. So this is what I like to do on my Monday morning makeup looks. I'm going to go in with the Palette 9, and I'm going to grab this color right here, which is Optimal. It's just a really soft champagne color. I love just using this by itself because this one is going to prevent any creasing from happening. If you have a lot of fine lines and wrinkles on your eyes, this is a good little trick, especially if you want to do this underneath your makeup. Sorry, underneath your eyeshadow. And it's very bright, so it really illuminates my eyes and makes them look really soft. And that's all we're going to do, guys. We're just going to use our blending brush, which is this guy. Just a big floofy brush. And I'm just kind of tapping this on, and once I begin to tap, then I will go in and swirl over the crease like this, just to soften this up. But yes, get your color matches in ASAP so I can tell you what color foundation or concealer you are. And if you're like, I know what color I am, I love this makeup brand, make sure to stock up on your foundation, whether you get your summer shade, your winter color, and grab your foundation and concealer and foundation brush and primer so you get everything. The closest for lace in the concealer is the shade Organza. Organza and lace are so dang similar. Let me swatch it for you guys. All right, so this is Organza. Oh, don't pour it out of my... Okay. And this is lace. Look at that. Super similar. This is Organza and this is lace, and then velour is gonna be a little bit darker. So, super similar. Organza, what I have on today, lace. Super, super similar. So grab the shade Organza, because as you see, it's really bright and beautiful, and especially if you have a lot of dark circles or just darkness on your under eyes, it's very, very flattering on. So grab the shade Organza. Like, great. I'm gonna have concealer on my hand all day. If I were to tan, I would probably, like in the summer, I would probably do the shade Lace, but if Lace wasn't available, I would do the shade Velour. All right, so now that our eyes are done, let's go ahead and set our makeup and do lashes and lips. Highly recommend, if you haven't grabbed the Touch Bold setting spray, to make sure you do so. That is the best setting spray. It's so nice because it's going to add moisture into your foundation, helping it to expand and look so much more natural and really, really soft. And it's hydrating, so it's really great. All right, so we're going to use our fan brush and just let this dry. Isn't that pretty, just with one simple little color in your eyes? Yes, linen is going to be darker than my colors that I use. Ash, are you able to comment a picture while I'm live? I took a really good swatch picture of all the colors. I'll go ahead and make sure that's posted in the comments today if you want to see. All right, so now for lashes, we're going to do the Lash Primer first on our lashes, bottom to top. And then go in with our Twisted Mascara. This Lash Primer is amazing because it's going to help your lashes to look so much longer and so much more hydrated. And then now for Twisted, go from the base lash all the way up with this guy. And this is the mascara that has the argan oil, keratin, and biotin infused in it. And you guys, the Eye Essential bundle is always around. So if you are looking for the biggest bang for your buck, get the holiday special, whatever that special may be, on whatever day that you're on. And then get the Eye Essential bundle. So the Eye Essential bundle comes with your choice of liquid eyeshadow, your choice of mascara, plus I believe your eyeliner too, if I'm remembering correctly. Or it's a eyeshadow brush. Either way, good deal. All right, so we're gonna do one little coat of that just on the top lash line. And then I love to take this little one that comes with it, and then I'm gonna fine tune this lash look. Which this mascara, you guys, doesn't transfer, doesn't run, doesn't give you raccoon eyes. So good. Thanks, my shirt is so old, you guys. I wish I had the link to that. I know you've done this before, I took a selfie, but I never ended up getting anything. Because at the time it wasn't a season change, or take it with anything on your face, right? Either way is fine, Marissa, facing a window or not. And unless you've gotten like drastically darker or drastically lighter than the original recommendation, you guys can always just go off of whatever recommendation I had sent you prior. Like 99.9% it's gonna still match. The eyeliner is water resistant. Yes, highly recommend these two together. Check out the Eye Essential bundle for the deal. All right, and then lips, we're going to do my favorite lip liner in the shade Polite. And line a list this. You guys, I've been so impressed with these lip liners. I'm going to show you a secret trick with these two. Kathy, get the Unique Eye Cream. It's going to be incredible for healing your eyes. Okay, so you have your lip liner, right, from Unique. And look, pull off the bottom. You're not going to break it. And it's a sharpener. So this lip liner is retractable. But say you wanted that really nice tip that you had when you first got it. Stick it in there, give it a little twist. And then you have the exact same tip that it had when you first got it. Isn't that cool? Okay, I'll post the swatch photo after I get off here so you guys can see a good color match of all of the foundation colors. If organza is too pink for you, what you could do is set it with a setting powder and or go over that area with your pressed powder. It'll help to kind of even that out. All right, so now we're going to go in with our lipstick in the shade Affluent. Which that's one of my favorite colors because it's just a very soft nude, perfect for every day. Organza is too light, so the next shade up would be the shade Velour because lace is out of stock. So Celeste, I would recommend doing your setting spray, primer setting spray before any foundation, and then make sure you're using your pressed powder and or your setting powder too to set your face. Because if you are feeling that way, you might be oily prone skin. So both of those things will help to kind of absorb any of that. So check this out down here. Lip info, my lip liner was the shade Polite. And my lipstick was the shade Affluent. And both of those are on sale. Both of these are available, not on sale, on my website right there, rayahope.com. And did want to mention we are sending out my newsletter in a little bit. So if you want to be on the in with everything that's happening with the house and the remodel and everything Black Friday, make sure you subscribe before... we're actually going to send out in a few hours. So make sure to go subscribe ASAP on my website, which is rayahope.com. Thanks, Marissa. I swear this mascara Twisted and the Lash Primer are phenomenal. So, brush for contour would be the Tapered Blusher Brush. So make sure you're shopping down here. Grab the holiday special bundle 2 to get your foundation, concealer, foundation brush, and primer all on sale. And I will message you guys if you need to be color matched. So just shoot me a message. All right, bye guys.